Take 3. Welcome to my generic tea shop website. My name is Gavin W. Peterson, and I am going to be presenting you the website I designed for our class's final project. So, I thought it'd be a lot easier to make a website than originally anticipated. So, I went and tried to talk to a local business called Sweeties across from the main castle on campus. And I wanted to make them a website that they could use for their business, a small, simple website that wasn't too distracting, that they could use to help start their business up. When people Googled them, it wasn't just a Facebook page that would pop up. They could get their hours, and if they wanted to, their phone number. I didn't want to just throw a phone number up here, but a phone number, things like that, and showcase what they sold. That way people understood what they were. So it wasn't just a, hey, did you hear about this new shop? Then people not have anything to actually look up. So before I found out that I would be actually pretty terrible at making websites, I tried talking to them and saying, hey, I really want to make you guys a website. So my generic tea shop website is essentially a website that I would provide to Sweeties if it was any better of quality, but it's not. So I just called it the generic tea shop, and it's designed to be used for them. So the first thing I did is I made sure the logo and the name of the business at the top of the screen, no matter where you are, would take you to the top. I think that's always important, because when you get to websites where the bar is really long over here, the scrolling, sometimes people just want to go to the top. Back to the beginning. I call this the beginning of the web page. I know it's the top, the header and whatnot, but I like this to be the center of attention. So in addition to that, I have the Google search bar here used to search for things. First click was kind of awkward, sorry. So you type in food, and it shows you some food, some Google searches, some ads for this page because there's no results for it. So I'm going to click outside of that to get out of there. I tried to do this in mobile. The way I'm recording this video, my computer won't allow me to go into the mobile viewing mode without canceling the recording. So I'm going to post in the discussion board the URL. So if you guys want to, you can see how the nav bar works. The nav bar does not work when it's in full mode because it's a pretty small website, but it does work in the mobile mode, or the smaller screen, whenever you hit the minimize button up here. So the next thing on my website is I wanted Sweeties to be able to showcase some of the amazing food they have. They get most of their bakery products from somewhere else. They don't make them all there in the store. So, and sometimes they're pretty amazing. Most of their drinks, their food items look really good and have a certain kind of aesthetic to them. So I wanted them to have a neat way to showcase it. So the slideshow, I think, is a beautiful way, and then it automatically goes on its own. So without me clicking on it, it'll switch pictures. There you go. All right, I was about to say, please don't go out on me now. I wanted it to be able to showcase the different food items and drink items they had just up here on the top page. And then if I had more time, I wanted to be able to click on them and take you directly to the page that had the pricing and the name for the item, but I didn't. So it's just a picture slideshow to show all the different kinds of foods and stuff they have in the store. This is super easy just to add another picture to as well. I only have 4 going right now, and they're all generic. But if they wanted to have all of a great list of items showing, this could practically go on forever. I wouldn't recommend it because people would lose something interesting they like to see, but this is to showcase the special items that they have at their shop. So then the most important thing for a business is the hours they're open. So this is also where I would include over on the right hand side, maybe the phone number and whatnot, but I just made it the hours. Generically, I put 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. These are not their actual business hours. They're usually they're actually 8 to 7 mostly. They get an extra 2 hours on me. And then I think they're closed on Sundays, and I think Friday and Saturday have different hours. But besides that, I just created some generic hours. I put it into an unordered list. An ordered list would say Monday is day 1, Tuesday is day 2. So this is an unordered list. It took me a while to put this border around. I wanted the border, yes, I did want the border to go all the way over here. I know there's some empty space, but I wanted everything beneath this to be excluded. I wanted this to be a defined statement, because that's their first question is when you go to look up a business, your first questions are, when are they open? When can I go in and speak to somebody who is working there, or utilize one of their facilities, or purchase something from them? So the most important thing right after what they are and what they do is the hours that they're available for you, the customers. So then the next thing I did is I added a Google map. So control scroll to zoom on the map. So there we go, you can zoom in. It's a 4-minute walk from my home. For all of you wondering where I live at Taco Bell because I worked there for a year so much that I just made that my home location. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that it's my home on here, but I do. So that's a little awkward. But Sweet Teas is right here, and this is Coleman, or no, this is Old Main, sorry, I called it Coleman. This is Old Main right here. It's right across, right next to Positively 4th Street, and Penalty Box, for those of you who go to those places. And then on the right side, so I didn't want this website to be really long. I wanted it to be small and short. I talked to the owner of Sweeties, and she said she didn't want anything too flashy or complicated. So this is me trying to shorten most of everything down. So food we serve, I wanted this to take me to another web page within the website, but I didn't know how to do that. I kind of had a hard time. I wish I would have read my threads before turning the assignment in. So this is the food that they serve. I broke it down into 3 categories: food they serve, the drinks they serve. I just put teas instead of drinks, but in all of my code it's labeled as drinks. And then the merchandise. So they actually sell shirts and stuff in the store, and they sell some cups, and they actually sell individual tea bags. So I think I would have put tea bags under drinks themselves, and then the merchandise would have been the shirts and flannels they sell in the shop. And then these are generic photos. They have bubble tea there. That is the only place in Charleston that I believe you can get bubble tea, so I used a generic bubble tea photo. I have had their bubble tea. I do recommend it. And then about us. So they love their team. They love what they do. The owner of this place is a mom. So she's a local business and doesn't hope to franchise. So it's incredibly important that she makes herself unique. To have a unique business sets you apart from just any other coffee shop or Starbucks. This is an individual with an individual goal. So I just put some generic text in here, but I'll talk about like what she told me, because I did reach out and get the research done. So she mistakenly, I don't know if that's 2 words or 1 word. That's my bad. I'm gonna typo, guys. So I what I did was I talked to her, and the way that she described it is that she is a Christian and she had a heavy belief in her faith. So she wanted like she kind of wants to run her shop that's like opening and welcoming people who love God and speak to God, and she wanted it to make college students feel welcome, kids feel welcome, because she missed her own kids. So this is her entire shop. She even has a slogan like "Leave every day with a kiss" or something like that. So right here, we love our tea. I was hoping that we could put that there for her, and then down here tell her story about how she wanted to open her own tea shop and her connection with God, and how she wanted this to feel welcoming for the kids in the community, to share just not just in faith, but that was a heavy majority for it. And then I included the link to her Facebook exactly. I'm kind of worried the video will end if I hit like, so I'm not going to do that for you. But these are some of my friends who liked it. There's Jessica Cannell, and I think that's, this is Ashley. She graduated a couple of years ago. In addition to that, I added a quick survey thing for them. For a small business, there's I used to know somebody, and they told me it was important for businesses, especially small ones, to be able to get feedback from their customers and talk to them. So this is a quick way to do feedback. They do a lot of responding on their Facebook, which is why the liking them and clicking down here on the Facebook link would be important for them, which is why I made it so big and up front. But this is more of an anonymous way. If someone uses like an anonymous email to communicate with the shop and say, hey, we would like to see these kinds of products. This is how we felt about our visit today, and make a comment. And this is a more private way for customers to communicate with the business individually, how they felt about the experience, instead of just going onto Google and reviewing them there, and then it showing up with stars and kind of making it negative. So if you had like a bad comment but didn't like want to affect their overall rating, you could have said it there instead of on Google reviews. And then they would get this result in their email, and they might be able to take care of it themselves. So like smaller, private, more emotional way of doing things. So that'll be the end of my video here. I am going to try and hit the like button for you guys to see if I don't want to unlike it. Here, I'll hit share to see if it'll take it to their page. No, it doesn't. It just takes it to my page. But there you go. There's their bubble tea shop. It looks like this. This is their logo, so this would go in the top left corner of my my website if I would actually use them. I wouldn't use this background. They have a lot of really cool bakery items, so I would have used those. Alright, hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.